Hello students, in today's video we are going to study about the next method of calculation of purchase consideration, that is net payment method. Now how to do calculation of purchase consideration in this method? Let us go through that. Under this method, all the payments made in the form of shares, debentures, other securities, and cash to the shareholders of transferor company are added to obtain purchase consideration. So, under this method, what happens is all the payments that are made to shareholders. Now, the word shareholders is very important because while solving the problems we are supposed to consider all the payments made only to the shareholders because these are the owners. Okay, so the payment that is made in the form of shares, debentures, any other security or cash, that has to be considered. Now there is no fixed method of making payment to shareholders. It can be in the form of shares, it can be in the form of cash, it can be in the form of debentures, it can be in the form of preference shares. Okay, any method can be used to make payment. Okay, so any such payment which is made by the purchasing company, that is transferee company, to, very important, shareholders of the transferor company, you have to add all that and you will get the value of purchase consideration. Okay, is that understood? Very simple. We have to take up all the payments that are made to shareholders and we are just supposed to add it. That will help us to calculate purchase consideration under net payment method. But while we are solving problems, we are going to take care of certain things. Point number 1, it includes liquidation expenses if borne by transferee company. So while calculating purchase consideration, if any information regarding liquidation expenses is given, that should be taken for calculating purchase consideration. But the condition is that such expenses should be paid by the transferee company. Transferee company means the company who is purchasing the business. If that company is paying liquidation expenses of your company, then even that has to be added to the purchase consideration. Remember, liquidation expenses, if they are paid by the purchasing company, then they are to be included in purchase consideration. Next, it does not include any payment made to debenture holders and creditors. Now, if any payment is made by the purchasing company to debenture holders, that is not to be taken while calculating purchase consideration. Okay, remember here we are calculating only purchase consideration, and purchase consideration includes only those payments which are made to equity shareholders or the owners of the company. So any payment made either to debenture holders or creditors should not be taken. We have to be very careful because sometimes in the problem such information will be given, like some amount is paid to debenture holders or creditors are discharged, so that is not to be taken. Okay. Next is, it does not include assets and liabilities taken over. Even the assets and liabilities, if they are taken over by the purchasing company, does not come in calculation of purchase consideration. One thing while calculating purchase consideration we have to fix it in our minds is that only the payments that are made to equity shareholders are to be considered. Whatever is paid to equity shareholders will come in purchase consideration, except that if any payment is made to debenture holders, to creditors, or to preference shareholders, that is not to be taken. Or if any asset is purchased, liabilities is discharged, even that is not to be taken. So In short, let us just revise this. While calculating purchase consideration under net payment method, we are going to consider the payments which are made in the form of shares, debentures, securities and cash to equity shareholders. Okay, along with that, if the liquidation expenses are paid by transferee company, that is purchasing company, then even they are to be taken in purchase consideration. So two things we are going to take, that is any payment made to equity shareholders and liquidation expenses if paid by transferee company, these 2 points. And what we are going to exclude is any payment which is made to debenture holders and creditors, or if any asset or liability is taken over, even that we are going to ignore. So remember this point. Using this information, we are going to solve problem based on net payment method. So let us now solve a problem on net payment method. So here is the problem. Let us go through the problem. B Limited agrees to take over the business of A Limited on the following terms. B Limited agrees to give for every 20 shares in A Limited 25 shares of rupees 10 each. Okay. Now share capital of A Limited consists of 15,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. B Limited also agreed to pay rupees 15,000 cash to discharge creditors. Compute purchase consideration. So this is the information given in the problem. Now let us try to understand the problem. Here B Limited is taking over the business of A Limited. So B Limited is the purchasing company, so it will be called as transferee company. A Limited is the selling company, so it will be called as transferor company. Okay, now what B Limited is agreeing to pay, let us see. It is going to give for every 20 shares, it is going to give 25 shares in B Limited. Okay, and the share capital of A Limited has 15,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So this calculation I will just explain you later. Let us look at the second point. B Limited also agreed to pay rupees 15,000 cash to discharge creditors. Now see, first is the payment in shares. Now look at the second point. It is paying cash to discharge creditors. So this payment is not made to equity shareholders. It is paid to discharge creditors. So this we are not going to include while calculating purchase consideration. We are going to consider only the first point, because that is the point which is explaining the payment made to the shareholders. Second point, why we are not taking, because it is the payment made to creditors. And remember, if while calculating purchase consideration, we consider only the payment made to equity shareholders. Rest other payments we exclude while calculating purchase consideration. Now let us look at the first point and understand how much shares are going to be received by A Limited. Okay, so basically we have two companies, A Limited and B Limited. So what they are saying is, for every 20 shares in A Limited, they are going to receive 25 shares in B Limited, right? So if A Limited is having 20 shares, it will have 25 shares in B Limited. Okay, this is the ratio. For every 20 shares, they are going to receive 25 shares. Okay, but the actual shares of A Limited are 15,000. So next point will be, for 15,000 shares, for 15,000 shares in A Limited, how much will be the shares in B Limited? So we have to just cross multiply and find out the number of shares. I hope this is clear. I just explain it once again. for every 20 shares in A Limited. So 20 shares in A Limited means you will receive 25 shares in B Limited. And what is the actual shares of A Limited? The actual shares of A Limited are 15,000. So we have to just cross multiply and find out the answer. So we have to multiply 15,000 with 25 and divide by 20. So we will get the number of shares. Okay, so let us start with the solution. So first we have to write calculation of purchase consideration. Payment is made in shares. So you can just have a look at this. 25 into 15,000 divided by 20. So we will get the number of shares, and the payment is like this: 25 shares of rupees 10 each. Okay. So here the calculation goes like this. In shares, 25 into 15,000 divided by 20. So the number of shares will be 18,750 shares of rupees 10 each. So your purchase consideration is 1,87,500. Very simple calculation. Okay, we have not taken here the payment made to creditors. Okay, only the first point is considered, because while calculating purchase consideration we consider only the payment that is made to shareholders. So shares are issued to shareholders, that we have taken and calculated purchase consideration. Very simple calculation, just cross multiplication of shares and you will get the value of purchase consideration. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.